Now we will prepare to fasten the crankcase to the pillar, and we will also prepare for the mounting of the connecting rods that we will create later. And we need to add some threaded holes here on the pillar, on the bracket and on the crank disc, and up here on the pillar. And we will use an add-on to add the holes. And you find the add-on here. If you click more catalogs, we see these catalogs, ICM catalogs, and ICM stands for IronCAD Mechanical, and we will use the ICM Mech catalog. If you don't see these catalogs, the ICM catalogs, and you have installed the add-on, you have to come up here to the Common tab and here the Catalog Sets button. If you click here, you will see this menu, and here you have Iron Pro. If you select Iron Pro and open and done, you will see the catalogs here. But if you haven't installed the ICM catalogs, you can use the Tools catalogs to follow along this part of the course. This ICM Mech catalog contains several useful features such as holes, fasteners, O-rings, bearings and steels and so on, and all parts are made in metric and inches. But in this case we will use this tool, Holes tool, and I will drag this tool, drop it here on this flat surface. And when you drop a hole in the scene, you will get this menu. And I dropped the hole here on the flat surface because it will be easier to position it right, because it will be positioned and placed here on this curved surface. So to have the flat surface as a starting point, it's a good idea because it will be easier to move it later. So when you drop a hole in the scene, you will also get this menu, and here in this menu you can choose from different kinds of holes, like a simple hole without threads, and holes that are counterbored or countersinked, and you can also select threaded holes that are counterbored or countersinked, or a simple threaded hole. If you come down here, you can select the diameter of the hole. In this case we will choose M4 from this list, and the length will be 10 millimeters. If you come to this side, you will see that you can also choose to let the hole go through the part. So if I check this box, and we see here in the scene nothing happens, you can come up here to click this button to update or to apply. Now the hole will go through this part of the pillar. If I uncheck that box, the flat box will now be checked, and if we look here on these images, that is a preview how the hole will look like, we see that the hole will have a flat bottom. But if I uncheck that box, now it will be a drilled hole, and we will have it that way. Then we come down here, we have this box, thread call out to 2D drawing. This box should be checked so that this information, M4, will be added to the drawing when we make a drawing of the pillar later in this course. And if we come up here, we have these buttons. If we hover over this button, it says apply and exit, but this button is cancel button, and this is apply and exit, and this is the apply button or update button. And this button is for the tribal. Now the tribal is active in the scene, but if I click this button, I will turn off the tribal, and if I click again, I will turn on the tribal. And this small box that is checked, it means that if I click apply and exit, the tribal will be active when the menu closes. But if I uncheck that box and click apply and exit, the tribal will be turned off when I close the menu. But I will have it checked like this. And here you can change between metric and English, that means inches. So now we'll have it this way now, M4, but the length or the depth of the hole will not be 28, it will be 10 millimeters, and we should have this box checked so that we will have this information added to the drawing later. So, but I will leave this menu open for a while, and I will explain why. So now we will move the hole to its right position, so I will select this axis, and then left click and hold inside here in tribal. I will rotate the hole. I will drop it there and type 90 and hit enter. Then I deselect that axis and grab the center handle and drag it to the edge here, and then I will drag it to this node to snap it to the node, and then I will right click this axis, right click to choose between face and point, select that face and this edge, so now it is placed in the middle between that face and that edge. And sometimes when you move a hole, the threads can look a little bit strange. That is because I have moved the hole. To make the threads to look correct, you just come up here to click apply button, and then the threads will look correct in the scene. But in this case they look fine, so I will click OK here, and then I will turn off the tribal. Now we will add a hole here in the bracket, so I will grab this tool again, drop it in the center, and we come over here. We see M4, but the depth will be 4 instead of 10, like so, and this box is checked, and then I will click OK, turn off the tribal. We come over here to add a hole here on the crank disc. I grab a hole, drop it here, and this hole should go through this part, so I will come over here to the menu and check this box through, and you can also update if you want to. Click apply, and then we will make sure that it is in the right position, so I will select this 2D handle. So we have to move this hole to a starting point to place it in the right location, so I will right click this 2D handle, then I choose to center point of this hole, then I grab this handle and drag it back, and I'll drop it here and type 11 and hit enter. Then I turn off the tribal and I will close this menu. Then we will add a hole up here. Let's see now, like so, and then I will grab a hole and drag it, and I will drop it here on this flat surface. And now it is set to go through the part, and now it will go through the whole part. But that will change when I rotate the hole. So I will select this axis, left click and hold inside and move it to this position, drop it there and type 90 and hit enter, and now we see that the depth has changed because now it goes through the diameter of the pillar. Then I will deselect the axis and I will grab the center handle, drag it to the edge and drop it here, or snap it to this node here. Then I will grab this handle and push, and I will drop it there and type 12 and hit enter. And we will see if the threads looks alright. Yes. So I will close this menu and I will turn off the tribal. But I see that I have to change the depth of this notch, so I will select it in IntelliShape level and I will change it to 20 instead and hit enter. If you want to make some changes to a hole you have added, you can select the hole and then you right click and then you choose add-on properties and the menu will open. Then you can make the changes. So now I will go to top front right and fit scene. Then I will save this scene and I will continue in the next video.